Director of Ceremonies, Ms. Pundilile Zikalala and Ms. Maggie Mwape, says of regional co-chairs, the says of regional executive and the secretariat, co-chairs of SADC Youth Parliament, speakers of the SADC Youth Parliament, SADC Youth Parliamentarians, the third SADC Youth Forum Technical Committee, Professor Sarah Anyang Agbo, African Union Commissioner for Human Resources, Science and Technology, Ms. Prudence Ngwenya, Head of African Union Youth Division, Ms. Jaya Thama Wikalamanayake, United Nations Youth Envoy, Mr. Ndingiswayo Jerry, representative of the Malawian government, members of the media, distinguished partners, participants, facilitators, and moderators, ladies and gentlemen. It is indeed a great pleasure and honor to deliver this keynote address on the occasion of the third SADC Youth Forum convened by the Southern Africa Youth Forum and partners. I would like to commend you for the good work and to congratulate you for hosting a successful forum that brought together young people and partners from the region to deliberate on key issues regarding the youth. The Southern Africa Development Community, SADC, recognizes the important role played by young people and values their participation and contribution to national development and regional integration and the development agenda. It is for this reason that in 2015, the SADC heads of state and government adopted a declaration on youth development and empowerment in SADC to facilitate the realization of demographic dividend, including through youth participation in development processes at all levels. The heads of state and government followed up on this commitment during the 38th SADC Summit that was held in August 2018, where promoting infrastructure development and youth empowerment for sustainable development was adopted as the 2018-2019 theme. These efforts and commitments have enabled youth participation and the mainstreaming youth issues across SADC programs and activities. SADC member states and the Secretariat have sustained the implementation of the 38th Summit theme with a recognition of the fact that young people should be at the center of regional integration and cooperation. To this effect, in February 2021, the Secretariat finalized consultations with member states on the draft of SADC Youth Empowerment Policy Framework 2021-2030, which is a regional strategy that details specific measures to harness the demographic dividend. Consultations included the youth through National Youth Councils as a practical implementation tool for the 2015 Declaration on Youth Development and Empowerment. The draft policy framework includes comprehensive measures under 4 key intervention areas, and these are improved policy and legal framework for youth empowerment, enhanced youth skills development and participation in the labor market and entrepreneurship, improved youth health and well-being, and strengthen youth leadership and participation in governance processes. We look forward to the adoption and the implementation of the draft policy during the course of this year, means 2021. It is also worth noting that the policy framework seeks to strengthen youth empowerment so that young people take ownership in their current situation and future prospects. The Secretariat has been championing the call to strengthen unity of purpose among youth organizations in the region, highlighting the need for young people to be well organized and effective players in national and regional programs. Youth participation will be a key enabler of greater socio-economic progress in SADC. without which the demographic dividend will not be realized. Therefore, as we take the next steps toward the adoption and the implementation of the framework, may I call upon all of you to foster cooperation among the youth, especially at country levels, where the role of youth through national youth councils is very crucial. Leaders and members of the Youth Forum, ladies and gentlemen, it is pleasing to note that some of the recommendations from the second SADC Youth Forum, which was hosted in 2020, have been operationalized through an action plan. The launch of the project, SADC Youth Champions for Albinism Agenda, that supports young people with albinism from vulnerable communities in SADC member states with sunscreen lotions and the access to education is commendable and a key milestone. May I also commend you for the role SAYOF has been playing in the United Nations-led Africa Youth Front on COVID-19, and also your work through the SADC Youth Task Force on neglected tropical diseases and malaria, working with the young health workers, governments, and stakeholders in the SADC region. Taking note of the third Youth Forum theme for 2021, which has brought us here today, which is Blue and the Green Economy for Sustainable Development, we recognize the importance of oceans and inland waters such as seas, lakes, rivers, and reservoirs, as they provide significant benefits to humanity. SADC's Regional Indicative Strategic Development Plan 2020-2030 and the Industrialization Strategy and Roadmap 2015-2063 identify the blue and the green economies as potential areas for sustainable growth in the region. The SADC Industrialization Strategy and Roadmap, which I've just referred to, of 2015-2063, to be specific, requires the following: that number one, the Blue Economy Initiative should be mainstreamed by investing in infrastructure required to accelerate industrialization, especially through the development and upgrading of regional ports and maritime corridors, which are instrumental for participation in the regional and the global value chains. Number two, the ocean's resources should be exploited in a sustainable manner to minimize the negative impacts on environment. And three, that sustainable development and growth of the ocean wealth should be supported by a coherent planning, policies, and regulatory frameworks. These aspirations require commitment and cooperation by all stakeholders, including the youth. The blue economy has great potential and opportunity for the youth in Africa, as it can create employment through effective and sustainable utilization of blue resources. Young people can be blue champions by engaging in small but also larger scale fisheries and the ocean entrepreneurship. May I call upon SADC stakeholders to support the youth with practical and technical skills and the tools that will enable them to effectively engage in but also benefit from environmentally friendly blue activities and opportunities. Our water resources, bodies, and waterland have vast economic opportunities that can enhance the livelihoods of youth, such as aquaculture, fisheries, seabed mining, offshore oil and gas energy mobilization, shipping, and tourism. If these economic opportunities are explored in line with the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development, specifically Goal 14, we can empower the youth and achieve sustainable development. The theme of this forum clearly demonstrates your readiness to proffer development approaches that are more environmentally, socially, and economically effective. Indeed, the youth has a critical role in this noble cause of promoting sustainable use of lakes, seas, oceans, resources for the benefit of generations. Apart from your deliberation on green economy, I have also noted that the third SADC Youth Forum, which is ongoing, deliberated on other pertinent issues, including peace and security, strategies to ensure inclusive and quality education during COVID-19 pandemic, African Continental Free Trade Area, the role of the media in sustainable youth development, Africa Indigenous Knowledge Systems, sustainable calls to fight gender-based violence during the post-COVID-19, and enhancing domestic resources mobilization to finance youth development. While the recommendations of the third SADC Youth Forum are to be shared with SADC member states and the regional institutions, the region relies on you, the young people, for solutions. And it is my hope that a clear action plan will be developed to operationalize the resolutions of this forum. All these topics are of great importance to SADC. Our commitment as SADC is to support strategies that empower the youth to foster development while also sustaining peace, stability, and security. SADC therefore looks forward to young people making the SADC vision of a peaceful, inclusive, middle to high income industrialized region where all citizens enjoy sustainable economic well-being, justice, and freedom by 2050 a reality. Taking note of your forum's conclusion, I take this opportunity to emphasize the importance of youth participation and the leadership in development, peace, and security. Youth have a special role in safeguarding hard-won national and regional independence and territorial integrity, as well as economic development milestones, through patriotism and responsible civic engagement. You should stand united against violence and unlawful means of resolving often genuine and legitimate grievances, because peace and stability are the preconditions of development and progress, and the ones eroded are hard to restore with far-reaching consequences. We must therefore remain vigilant and guard our development, stability, peace, and security. This also requires the SADC member states to continue investing in youth leadership capacity development, including putting in place mechanisms for youth representation and engagement at different levels. As I conclude, may I congratulate SADC for the outstanding arrangement put in place for this forum, despite challenges posed by COVID-19. We thank you for being innovative, and that is what is expected of you as the young people. A true testimony that through the youth, the present and future of our region is in great hands. We are indeed in difficult times of COVID-19, which is still with us. May I encourage all of us that, and in particular you young people, the youth, to remain alert, comply with COVID-19 preventive measures, and remain focused and goal-oriented. Young people have to soldier on and be each other's keepers. Allow me to thank the partners and stakeholders that are supporting the aspirations of the youth. Young people are not only leaders of tomorrow, but they are leaders of today. Let us continue to support them for the collective good of our region. Thank you very much, and I wish you all the best as you conclude your forum this afternoon. Thank you.